Greeting audience. Today we are back with fantastic episode. Welcome Ram sir to the episode. Who doesn't require any special introduction on this? Like I think like why he is not mentioned celebrity coach on profile, but he's well-known performance and leadership coach, director of Minds and Doubts Consulting as well. So he has so much of full of extreme topics on behavioral and leadership topics well versed across the world, acknowledging the people, empowering the youth, and empowering world as well. So welcome, sir, to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Tejasvi. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, it's
It
my
is really an
pleasure.
honor for me to be
Great
here.
connecting with
Yeah,
you.
same here.
So the
Thank you.
topic of today is 360 degrees on expectations. We have to expect something from someone, or how to stop the expectations from somebody or someone else.
Acha, you already shot the question that how to stop the expectations.
Hmm.
Let's understand the dynamics of the expectations.
Yeah.
See, if you take a normal meaning of expectations, expectation is nothing but assuming.
Exactly.
Assuming something to happen.
Hmm.
That's expectation.
Hmm.
You expect rain. You expect people to come. You expect people to be on time.
Hmm.
Not many things happen. But if we understand expectations before we know whether we need to have expectations or not, I just wanted to share there are two kinds of expectations are there. One is
Hmm.
implicit and the other one is explicit.
Hmm. Yes.
The implicit expectations are the expectations which you assume and you have internally without communicating. You only expect people to behave certain way.
Hmm.
That's implicit.
True.
I expect my boss to recognize my work and promote me.
Hmm.
It is an implicit.
Hmm.
I expect my spouse to understand before even I speak.
Hmm.
What we call as a mind reader.
Hmm.
These are all implicit. That is assumption most of the time.
Exactly.
The danger is with implicit expectations.
Hmm.
Because many a times, whatever the expectations that I have internally, you're not
Hmm.
aware of it.
Hmm. True.
The other one is explicit expectations are very clear,
Hmm.
spoken, agreed upon.
Hmm.
For example, you do a wonderful work in the office.
Hmm.
Explicit is that you don't expect immediately the promotion next day.
Yes.
There is a structure, there is a way, there is a performance appraisal. After that, you will get it.
Hmm.
And it is very well mentioned in the job profile.
Hmm.
And in the relationship, explicit is that it was discussed, in fact.
Hmm.
And people share their expectations, what I expect from you, what you can expect from me.
Yes, exactly.
I know that you want me to come back from office early home,
Hmm.
but whenever you make a call, please don't expect that I pick a call. I may be in the meeting, I may not attend that.
Hmm.
Even if I don't attend, I'll give you a call back. I see the missed call. Definitely, I'll come back.
Hmm. True.
So expectations are explicit.
Hmm.
The biggest challenge is that a lot of times expectations are implicit, not shared, assumed, try to read the other minds, and
Hmm.
that's when expectations leads to disappointments.
Hmm.
There is a saying, always expectations leads to disappointments, surprises gives you happiness.
Exactly.
But surprises should not be shocks.
Yes.
So, in the expectations, sometimes we also need to understand some realistic expectation, unrealistic expectations.
Hmm.
Realistic expectations are expecting someone to behave or respond or perform based on their abilities.
Hmm.
I know every mom can expect their children to get number one rank,
Yes.
but you need to look at their capabilities.
Hmm.
If you don't see that, it is unrealistic.
Yes.
And it is also unrealistic in life every time to succeed in every effort that you make.
Hmm.
It is unrealistic that every time, with a very cool mind, your spouse will understand you and speak to you.
Exactly.
It's unrealistic that boss is there for you every time and
Hmm.
all the time, even when you perform also.
Hmm.
So sometimes I know that there are a lot of challenges he may have, and he may also have a mood challenges. Sometimes he may also have a stress, and he must be carrying that from the top.
True.
So when we understand the dynamics of these expectations of
Hmm.
realistic, unrealistic, explicit and implicit. In fact, expectations are a very critical part in our relationship.
Hmm.
Why it's a critical part is that they influence expectations influence the way you react
Hmm.
and the way you communicate.
Yes.
They are by default. I expect people to behave certain way.
Hmm.
It can be respect,
Hmm.
it can be performance, it can be others communication.
True.
So when we broadly discuss about this is what is actual expectations,
Hmm.
and this will give awareness. No, whenever you talk about expectations, this will give
Hmm.
awareness, and people introspect themselves, saying that, do I have unrealistic expectation?
Hmm.
Am I communicating every expectation that I have with others,
True.
with my business partners, my life partner, my colleagues, and wherever I go? People expect sometime what they expect is that others do not understand unless you express what you want.
Yes.
And that time, what you do, you don't assume anything.
Hmm.
Without any assumptions, you talk to them, you will clearly express what you are expecting from them,
Hmm.
as long as this behavior is adapted, this dynamic is understand, and these variables are understood, your communication and relationship will go smooth.
Yes. That's correct. So if without expecting how others could understand and what we are and what we are thinking about.
All right. See, it's the biggest challenge
Hmm.
when people talk philosophically
Hmm.
without any expectations. When you are a social creature. A human is a social creature. We are
Hmm.
living with the people. We are living in the
Hmm.
society. We are dependent, independent, and interdependent also.
Yes.
Expectations are bound to happen.
Hmm.
You cannot expect not to have expectations
That's true.
because you are living with the people every
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
Your performance and your life and your satisfaction also depends on how others behave.
True.
So their behavior, you over a period of time, when you move with them, you will have certain expectations from them.
Yes.
See, these expectations from culture, from values, they're brought
Hmm.
up, their education, their environment, their exposure, their experience, their
Hmm.
expertise.
Yes.
So all these things will work at the background. What do
Hmm.
you expect, what you don't expect?
Hmm.
People take things granted.
Yes.
That's what we call over expectations.
Hmm.
How many husbands, in fact, appreciate their wife when they taste a very good dish she prepared for you?
Hmm.
Over expectation is that taken granted, it is her responsibility. She does is what? Why should I say thanks to her?
Yes.
Is it not so formal? And
Hmm.
so this is actually, this is what is over expectation. Over expectation that they don't expect my thanks is over expectation.
Yes.
They expect appreciation. Everybody needs encouragement.
Hmm.
So realistically, what we need to understand, uh, having expectation is nothing wrong, but not sharing the expectation is wrong.
Fine.
Having expectations is not wrong, but
Hmm.
not meeting others' expectations, only having expectations from other side is wrong.
Correct.
And in our philosophy, people say that sthita prajna,
Yeah.
emotional intelligence, balancing the emotions,
Hmm.
not to be too aggressive,
Hmm.
too overwhelmed.
Hmm.
How you balance it, even if others behave the way you did not expect.
True.
Problem is not the behavior of the other person, but the
Hmm.
way you reacted.
Exactly.
When your response is balanced,
Hmm.
when your response is like a mature adult, even if others do have any kinds of expectations, you can balance this, you can balance it, you will receive it, you will acknowledge it, and you will manage your relationship.
Yes. True.
So having expectations, nothing wrong. The only two
Hmm.
people will not have any expectations.
Hmm.
Those who are not yet born, those who are born and they left
Dead.
their life.
Hmm. Exactly. But how do people can understand the power of feelings, emotions, expressing gratitude, taking the compliments, again expressing the compliments, all those like human behavior and all those circles. How that will come into picture if we stop expecting, if we don't go on to that zone of expectations.
See, there are two wealths are there in life.
Hmm.
One is the satisfaction.
Hmm.
The second is the mental wealth.
Yes.
I said mental wealth, not health, because
Hmm.
mental health is also a part of wealth. Satisfaction is the most important factor in anybody's life.
Hmm.
Otherwise, irrespective of the amount of abundance that you have,
Hmm.
you will always be dissatisfied, and
Hmm.
you will never know the value of gratitude, value of
Hmm.
thanks.
Yes.
So people need to find what are the factors, what are the things which satisfies me in life,
Hmm.
what are the core expectations that I have from life.
Hmm.
See, generally people will have three expectations from three directions. Number one, expectations from myself.
Hmm.
Number two, expectations from others.
Hmm.
Expectations from life.
Yes.
So expectations from myself, I always look at myself, how should I make decision, how wise
True.
I should behave, how smart should I be. These
Hmm.
are all expectations from me. Others, how should they understand me, how
Hmm.
should they behave with me, how should they acknowledge with my behavior. These are all expectations from
Hmm.
others. And from
Yes.
life, what life should give me, how
Hmm.
life should treat me.
Hmm.
All those things are all expectations. Now, look
Exactly.
at that. If you are dissatisfied, if you don't know the value of emotions, if you don't know the
Hmm.
meaning of gratitude, see where from this dissatisfaction is coming. Is it from
Hmm.
you, from others, or from life?
Exactly.
Analyze yourself,
Hmm.
and for this, self awareness plays a major role,
Hmm. True.
either in a leadership or in a spirituality,
Hmm.
in any common life.
Hmm.
Self awareness is key for
Hmm.
us to understand ourselves completely,
Yes.
which speaks about my strengths, my
Hmm.
setbacks, my
Hmm.
weaknesses, my opportunities, my threats, my
True.
challenges. When I'm aware of all those things, I know
Hmm.
what am I expecting, Why am I getting disappointed?
Hmm.
So communicate is, and I think I answered your question.
Exactly. That's true.
Yeah,
But expectations from others is painful, right? Self
true.
and everything
That's
is
why
good, but expectations from others is always painful. Because that
painful
can
if
happen,
you
that may
don't
not
meet that
happen.
expectations.
We need to be prepared for the consequences if we start
Yeah.
expecting from others.
See, expectations are painful when you are not meeting those expectations.
Hmm.
And expectations are painful when they are not communicated to others.
Hmm.
Expectations are painful when they are unrealistic. And expectations are very painful there if they are mere assumptions.
Hmm.
So for that, your open communication is the solution.
Hmm.
And second thing, be open to meet their expectations also.
Yes.
Then they will honor your expectations.
Hmm. What if we stop expecting? Does that is a good idea?
Good idea, of course.
If we
The
stop expecting.
renunciation, stop expecting.
Hmm.
See, the stop expecting in one condition,
Hmm.
generally. When you're completely aware that they can never meet your expectations, you stop expecting.
Hmm.
And there is another condition.
Hmm.
I am matured enough, my self actualization is very high.
Hmm.
I need not expect from anyone anything
Hmm.
because the results of others' behavior doesn't
Hmm.
matter to me at all.
Hmm.
Whether you honor my expectations or not, there will not be any change in my responses.
Hmm.
That is what is Sthita Prajna we call.
Yes.
If I am emotionally intelligent, even if you don't meet my expectations,
Hmm.
that doesn't shatter my life.
But that has to be both the ways, both the sides, both the parties.
No, not required. That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Both the parties, then there is understanding. It is
Hmm.
called understanding. Even other person do not understand.
Hmm.
You are matured enough. It doesn't
Hmm.
bother you. It doesn't
Hmm.
affect you. It doesn't influence your response.
Hmm.
In the expectation area, you will have to grow to that level that others' behavior do not influence your behavior. And your
Hmm.
behavior will come from your values, your maturity. Their
Hmm.
behavior will come from their culture, their background. Let them, but you be you, not them.
Okay. Then how both the people will be passing together, how that journey could be, if that individuality will come into picture.
Right. See, when you know these kind of challenges that you may face, better what you do is that mutual understanding is very much required. The
Hmm.
expectations agreed upon and not agreed also.
Okay. Hmm.
For example, we go to the restaurant, one item I order, but my partner do not like it.
Hmm.
But even if she doesn't want to see also the item,
Hmm.
but I like it. What I do when we talk to each other, I understand that I'll have it not before her.
Hmm.
So this is agreed upon is that whenever they go together, they'll not order that item.
Hmm.
That's agreed.
Yes. And that's understanding
Oh, you
also
like it?
can be.
Understanding. So that's
Hmm.
what I'm saying. More the expectations you agreed,
Hmm.
that is one set of it.
Hmm.
Not agreed expectations are also the other set. Then you will decide how to behave, how
Hmm.
not to behave there.
Hmm. That's what the understanding and maturity will take that place up.
That is what we call is understanding. Correct.
Hmm.
What you said is
Yes.
right.
So finally, we have to concentrate on ourselves, or we should also give time and that space to understand others as well in order to make the relationships to move on that phase, or we should be like ourselves, like live in yourself.
See, when you're walking on a rough road,
Hmm.
to protect your feet, there are two ways.
Hmm.
Spread the big carpet on the entire road
Hmm.
or wear shoes.
Yes.
Which is the best one?
Shoes is the best. We cannot take the whole world into the control.
Exactly the same. Wear
Yes.
shoes, protect
Hmm.
yourself, understand what is the ideal behavior.
Hmm.
So with that, you will not get really affected by others' behavior.
In
At the
that way, we
same
have to
time, when you are
prioritize also. I think in that way, we need
correct,
to prioritize also, like what to expect, what not to expect, whom
correct.
we are expecting from. All this has to be like pinpointed somewhere.
And also some of the behaviors that you can learn is that before you expect, you will tell them.
Hmm.
As it is happening in the organization, any employee before they join,
Hmm.
organizations say that we expect from you this A, B, C, D, E, F.
Exactly. Hmm. That checklist
The
would
same
work.
thing, maybe informal communication, it has to happen. And you
Hmm.
are signing also there.
Yes.
And if you break that, it is a breach of contract.
Hmm. True.
So have an open dialogue is the best solution for any disappointments or satisfaction.
Hmm.
But one thing, the last message that I would like to give, because we spoke about the entire gamut of expectations, let it go is the best
Hmm.
matured thought process that one should have.
Hmm. Yes.
Let go is the one of the highest behavioral or
Hmm.
attitudinal approach of a person. You
Hmm.
need to know what are the small fights that you need to quit, sacrifice. Let it go. Will
Hmm.
make you at peace. And your mindfulness, in fact, make you enjoy life rather than every time getting disturbed with the expectations from others.
Hmm.
Lots of people in their life, I'm telling you, they are losing their peace in their life, expecting some others to behave in certain way, and they never behave that way. And these people will never change their expectations, and they suffer their entire life, and they never
Exactly.
learn the lesson from the life.
Hmm. True.
So that let go attitude and mindfulness, enjoy present
Hmm.
time, see what's happening, and let all your senses enjoy, and take a situation as it is without any judgment. And that's mindfulness. That is what is called living.
Exactly.
You live. That's it.
That's very true. That's very nice. We talked about expectations. What are those expectations? What to expect? All those checklist sort of thing. We have that vision and picture clarity for the audience to understand way around expectations. That was really nice connecting with you and discussing work around for the expectations. Once again, thanks, Ramsar.
Thank you so much, Tejasvi. Thanks for inviting me. I really enjoyed the topic. In fact, you made me think again, once again, what expectations do I have? And I'm so conscious today, tonight, about my expectations. Let me at least express my expectations with my family members if I have any, without assuming anything.
That's correct. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.